Hey everyone, my name is Janelle Summers and this is the Team Hardcore training call and I'm at the lake and I don't know if this is working or not, if you guys can actually see me. I ended up having to use my phone as a personal hotspot because sure enough, my work here was at the lake, so I would go down during my presentation preparing for the UK launch, and I went to start this broadcast and it said right away, you are not getting a Wi-Fi signal. So let's see if my phone is strong enough. Can you guys see me? Oh my gosh, I'm getting some text messages that I'm on. So hopefully this lasts. So I'm gonna try and make sure I get through this quickly. And hey, if we lose each other, just know that I will continue recording on my phone and I'll upload it to YouTube so that you guys have the recording, okay? But I want to make sure that you can see my screen. So let me just do something here real quick and I'm gonna screen share. And let's see here, hold on. This should be it. But if you guys see my slides, I have like 5 slides, including this one. So technically just 4 slides. Okay, so preparing for the UK launch, you got this huge opportunity, and that maybe happen or really haven't been diving into their business lately, or have kind of put this on the back burner, or people who are on the fence about joining this business, this is the time. I don't mean this fall when the UK actually does launch. I mean now. Get your footing, get your momentum, and be prepared so that when the UK does launch, when we are able to have customers in the UK and coaches from the UK, that you hit the ground running. And I mean really hit the ground running. This is an opportunity. I have to say one more thing. This is an opportunity for those of you that maybe aren't even emerald yet. If you were to be, let's say, diamond by this fall, or I would say late summer, this is an opportunity for you to maybe end the year like 2-star diamond. There's going to be some people in the UK, and believe me, I've already seen tons who just have so much potential to rock this business. And you could be someone that brings those people on board, gets them acquainted with things before we launch in the fall. In other words, you're teaching them what we do now, and you're allowed to do that. You're allowed to show them what we do and have them in sneak peeks and have them in challenge groups and have them learn about social media a little bit more and have them posting and growing their own networks. We can be doing that. We can be helping them so that they can actually hit the ground running when they actually officially join in the fall or whenever it is that they actually join. So this is a unique opportunity that I just can't even believe it if you guys aren't jumping on this, but obviously you are, otherwise you wouldn't be on this webinar. Okay, let me go on now. Okay, so here's, it's a little bit choppy. Hopefully it'll get better. Okay, screenshot these slides just in case I lose you or in case you can't hear me. So you should know your facts, but I'm not your official word on this. You have to visit the FAQ 1000. Could not be easier to remember. When you get to FAQ 1000, definitely you'll see where it says, click on which language you want to see this in. Because when you just go to FAQ 1000, you're not going to see all the details. You got to click on English or whatever language you want to see it in. And then you'll see all the details you need to know. All the details that are out right now are there. It's very, very clear. So I just listed a few of them here. So obviously the UK is England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland, and we launch in late fall. We don't know the exact date, but as we get closer, we'll know the exact date of when we can begin sales and signups. Now, the people in the UK do not, as far as I know, they don't have access to Shakeology. Maybe they do. I don't know about that actually. But I do know they definitely are Beachbody fans. They have access to Beachbody on demand. So they can be doing their Beachbody workouts now and posting about their results and those kinds of things. No, they're not a customer of yours. No, they're not buying from you, but they are using the products and programs and becoming obviously products of the product, which is absolutely perfect. So the UK is the second largest in health and fitness market. Social media usage parallels the US. The UK uses British pounds. That's just something to know as they come on board. The compensation plan, Success Club recognition, and rewards are going to be the same as what we have. So how simple does that make it? I was worried about that, but it's all going to be the same, obviously, in their currency. Here's one that is specific to the UK. New coaches cannot commit to or spend more than 200 British pounds in their first 7 days of joining. That's just one of the regulations that the UK has with this business. I don't foresee it being any kind of problem whatsoever, but you definitely need to be aware of that. And you please do not try and like get around that or shortcut it or anything like that. There's no reason you need to. When it comes to even like earning Success Club points, like a coach that joins and they get a challenge pack as they're joining. Of course, we do earn Success Club points for that. But you guys, we have 30 days for them to buy a challenge pack and we still get Success Club points. So let's say someone joins you as a coach and they don't get their challenge pack until 3 weeks later. You still get your Success Club points. You still get commission for that challenge pack and they still get refunded for their business startup fee. I don't think that part works any different for the UK. We cannot make claims that Shakeology is a weight loss product, which I've never made that claim anyway. Okay, sure it does help, but we're not to be making that claim. We've got to just say, you know, Shakeology and clean eating. Sorry for my dog, he's stressed, yawning because it's time for him to eat. Okay, so what can we do now? The typical stuff, you guys, invite people to free groups and sneak peeks. So you could be running 5-day free groups, whether you want to have the UK people be in separate groups or with your other free groups, totally up to you. I'm not sure that it really matters. Your sneak peeks, whether you want to have them in separate sneak peeks or, you know, put them into the sneak peeks that you're already running, I'm not sure if it really matters. You got to really kind of think these things through and what to do. Geographic targeted Instagram hashtags. So be figuring out how do people in England or Wales or Scotland, what are some of the terms they use? What are the things they're into? What are some of the things, how do they talk? Like how can you start connecting with more people who are like-minded in those areas from those countries? Huge is gonna be, I think, YouTube videos, informational YouTube videos. There are a ton, oh my goodness, like I don't know obviously the number, but like thousands of people who are so freaking excited about this opportunity, about this launch. They love Beachbody. So what are they doing? They're Googling to try and find more information and looking on YouTube. So who is it that's going to be, you know, attracting some of these people who are so excited and who are go-getters? It's the people who are visible. It's the people who are visible via YouTube and via those Instagram hashtags, and also the one at the bottom, the Facebook ads and Boost. Now, I know that some of you may be newer, and so you might not have a like page. That's okay. It's never too late to start one and get one going. But also, let me remind you that you don't have to be doing all of these things, right? Like if you want to just focus on the free groups, the sneak peeks, or maybe you call them glimpses into coaching, or you want to focus on YouTube videos, maybe explaining the business opportunity, maybe you do, you know, a series of 5-minute videos. Think like a customer. Think like you were thinking back when you were just a prospect looking into this business opportunity. Did you want to watch a whole hour-long webinar, or would you have rather watched a few, you know, 5-minute videos? You know, think like you were thinking at the time. And I think that is always going to bode well for you. So YouTube videos, as usual, aim to connect, add value, build relationships with like-minded people. You do not want just anyone in your groups or on your team. I cannot stress this enough. So often we think of attraction marketing of, oh, just the more people, the better that we can attract into our groups and attract onto our team. The more the better, the more the better, the more the merrier. Not necessarily true, you guys. You've got to be connecting with these people. You've got to have a way that once you attract them, or once you get their email address, or you get their contact info, that you have a way to now start building that relationship and getting to know them. Trust me when I say you do not want just anyone in your groups or on your team. It can be a freaking nightmare. There are some crazy people out there. I'm sorry to say, but there are, and you don't want to be dealing with that. It's amazing how much that can weigh you down when you've got someone who turns out to be not like-minded and a little off the rocker. So definitely be wary of that. And next, do's and don'ts per corporate. So I thought I would put this up here just because, and even though some of it may be redundant, I just feel like that you need to see their specific do's and don'ts, because I don't want to miss anything that, especially that they say, please do not do. So let's go through the do's real quick in case you can't read that, which I'm kind of assuming you can't. In fact, let me see if I can just make this a little bit bigger for you. Hopefully that didn't just freak out your screen and you can see this better. But of course, make friends and build relationships in the UK. Create and promote personal and team online free challenge groups. We've talked about that. Create and promote virtual calls to explain your Beachbody business. So that could be like a Zoom call. That could be obviously a YouTube video. It could be, I think pretty much they're talking about Zoom calls. Connect your prospective customers and coaches with our TBB pre-launch landing page. Add your prospective clients to the UK Team Beachbody Facebook page because they'll be excited and kept up to date there. Build and add value, build relationships during this whole period. So, we obviously have like 5 months. So start now, and you may want to do a special group for them, maybe 1 week every month, a 5-day group every month. You figure out what works for your schedule, but you guys, you've got to do a brainstorm and have a plan in place. The don't mail Beachbody products or samples to the UK. You don't need to, you guys. I've had people ask me if I would mail them stuff, and I remember this was years ago actually, and I actually looked into it, and it was like $1 quadrillion to mail them something. Maybe that's not the case anymore, but at the time I was like, okay, no, I won't be doing that. But don't be doing that anyway. Once they are able to buy Shakeology in the fall, and our other products that we're launching with, we have a 30-day money, 30-day money back policy. So, they can try things, and if they're not satisfied, they can always return. Don't take Beachbody products or samples into the UK for purposes other than your personal use. Don't enroll or pre-enroll customers or coaches with US or Canadian addresses prior to the launch. In other words, I'm sure, first of all, that no one on our team would do this, but like making up addresses so that you can pretend like they are a US or Canadian coach when they're actually a UK coach. Like don't try and do any of that kind of stuff. Don't collect personal and sensitive information so that you can like pre-enroll them right when we launch. That would obviously be super shady. I know no one on our team would do that, but I'm just obviously going through what corporate has here. Don't travel to lead exercise routines in the UK without proper licenses, public liability insurance, and certifications. I don't think you guys would be trying to do that either. So I also wanted to, and this is really my last slide, so I did get through this pretty quickly because like I said, all the official information is in the FAQ 1000, and I just really wanted to take this opportunity to tell you guys to get out there on YouTube, live video, and be doing those free groups for the people in the UK, and to be getting them up to speed on what we do, and actually, maybe even having them in some of your new coach training groups. I had someone from the UK in one of my new coach training groups recently, and she's like so ready to hit the ground running, cannot even wait. So more of that to really help these people get excited and be ready to start their business. So this was a screenshot from actually The Wall, which is for 5 stars and above. And this was from Arnaud. I know I'm going to say his last name wrong, so I'm not going to say it, but you know who I'm talking about, Arnaud. And this is what he said when someone had said, what else can we be doing? Now, a lot of this I already went over, and I don't know if you can read it very well. So I'm going to kind of breeze through it real quickly, assuming you can't read it very well. So he was saying, these are kind of our lessons from the Canadian pre-launch, some of the things that worked. For your coaches, we have time until the fall launch happens, so get yourself ready. Achieve Success Club from now until then. Run incredible challenge groups. Push to advance to 2-star diamonds so you can participate in the bonus pools and build a team and your leadership. Obviously, let's see, she wanted me to zoom in a little bit more. Sorry. It's just really blurry, so I don't know if you're gonna be able to screenshot that or not. But you know, as you guys may or may not know, 2-star and above get team quarterly bonuses, which is awesome, right? And so many of you are so much closer to that than you could ever even imagine. And as the UK launches, our business as a whole, our Team Beachbody community as a whole, and the business opportunity is, I have no doubt, is going to see a massive surge. And so for those coaches who are eligible for the weekly team bonuses and the quarterly team bonuses, the ones that really leverage this opportunity that we have are going to see advances in their income. There's absolutely no question about it. So he's basically saying, be smart about this. Get to 2-star diamond. Get to 5-star diamond if you're already 2-star diamond, you know? Okay, so number 2, he says, use the news to paint a vision and energize your current coaches about Team Beachbody. We're obviously investing in our long-term growth, okay? Like Jeff Hill shared in the video, the UK will be a launch pad into more international markets. So that's just super exciting. So think long-term and start talking to your coaches about that vision of what's going to happen even after this UK launch. It's going to be, you know, hopefully one after the other, and this is just going to be huge. Number 3, use this tool to re-recruit your coaches and share your strategy and how to help them. In other words, you know, you may have some coaches, like I said, that are inactive or just have put this on the back burner. This is the time to get them excited. This is huge. They may be overwhelmed, they don't know anyone in the UK, and they're gonna rely on you and your guidance and leadership. So help them, especially with a training like this one. Leaders, if you haven't sent them to our landing page, you can create a landing page where you can collect prospects information and find a way to make that available to your top coaches. Now, I really have thought long and hard about this, and I'm not sure how that would work. So if you have figured that one out, please let me know. I can figure out a way that I would be able to have a landing page where I'm collecting prospects information and disseminating that out to my team. And he says leaders. Well, I have a lot of leaders, so I'm not sure how that would actually work. I'm all for it, just not sure how that could possibly work, in all fairness. But it's a great concept. I definitely want to do whatever it is that I can help you guys leverage this the most. So if you have any ideas, please feel free to message me about that. And number 2, he says, lead and run free challenge groups. We've talked about that, doing geographical targeting, blah, blah, blah. Oh, he also says, avoid terms like ground floor, avoid terms like, no, he says avoid terms like ground floor. Okay. Don't be spamming your newsfeed in terms like cold contact. I'm not sure why that's even a phrase, but anyway. And since technology is not yet available there, you can still direct them to our workout programs and help them become a walking billboard. Again, help them become a product of the product before they even begin. That's huge. So he says, leaders, we'll release the launch event date. Now, you know, obviously, I really think all of you are leaders. You know, whether you've discovered it yourself yet or not, I don't know. Whether you're acting on that yet or not, I don't know. So I wanted to include this for you as well. When we release a launch event date, be strategic. Do 3 things. Number 1, identify who your potential future coaches will be and train them. So corporate is saying, go ahead, get them up to speed. Like, when have you ever started off a new coach and they already understand what it is that we do and have already had some trainings? Like, never, right? This is an opportunity to do that. We've got 5 months to start now. Number two, figure out the structure of the UK organization before launch based on commitment and activity you're seeing from your prospects. In other words, you may think to yourself, you know what, I really don't have enough personally sponsored coaches on my right leg. And, you know, I really need some business builders, more business builders on my right leg. So let's say you know of a coach or two who you really are seeing, they're a great student. They watch the trainings already. They're posting. They really, you know, are into this. Then obviously that's someone you would want to put on your right leg. Plug them in. Number three, plug them into the local team events that we'll establish. In other words, corporate plans on having local presence with a senior sales manager, marketing manager, and an office to help support our growth there. Okay, you guys, that's it. Now, again, I realize that some of these slides were probably really hard to read. So I am going to put this file in our Coach Success Facebook group. Please let me know if you have any questions there. And again, check out the FAQ 1000. I think one visual that hopefully is really helpful is this one here. I'm gonna put it back to a normal size. I'll make it even a little bit smaller. So you can see it. So this is what we can be doing now, okay? Now, obviously, you could even be doing stuff on other social media platforms like Snapchat, like Pinterest. The sky's the limit. But definitely have a plan in place and definitely be communicating this with your existing coaches, your prospects that you have right now, and your leaders. Thanks so much, you guys, and have a great rest of your week. I will see you next week. Let's see if I can bring myself back on screen. And there we go. Thanks, you guys. I'm so glad this worked out. Sorry I was late getting on. Couldn't get a Wi-Fi signal. We'll see you next week.